Monday morning to our wonderful viewers who they watch us right now. We don't carry the tear of our bonga program as the hot come on our way. And we'll go searching on all the major stories where we get do it, at least we don't gather from Friday when we lock our shop till today will be Monday. And now the one that say, this one when could be they introduce it. This one when could be they start up this program. Well, my brother Chukudi don't actually deliberately say, okay, make you go rest and we can't send them on one particular official assignment where you could go flex. Get himself so that maybe if he come back, maybe that in pressure say body they today hotter, maybe he go calm down. And but later in the week he go also join us so that we go collectively do it. They move the issues about Nigeria the way they move them. And today we'll get 5 solid stories for them. 5. And then at least we go search all the story. We also get one of Bunga guests with their house. But before we say we'll go further, make I do it. Make I at least 10 and say for our viewers they watch us for Go TV channel 98, Star Times channel 195, My TV channel 17, Free to Air channel 57, DSTV channel 259. May I just say to you, may I just sit down in front of my TV station right now. At least then they're ready to at least unleash and talk about the issues we'll go talk about today. The first story we'll get from I get to do with at least the issue about herdsmen. As Oga Presido go meet with at least the leaders of Benue State. When I mean leaders, we talk about the senators and the House of Rep members. We also talk about at least traditional rulers. He go meet with them today to also discuss on how they will fit collectively ensure say this particular wahala, this particular herdsman matter don't do it. At least they go ensure say they put an end. What do you mean an end to that? Because just lately, just over the weekend again, we hear say yes, and that killing play out for Kaduna, for one community for Kaduna State, where alleged herdsmen people attack that same community. About 10 people now pie for that situation. At least with the meeting where Oga President will get with these leaders of leaders from Benue State, with the ensure and at space say yes. Now better result. When I mean better result say at least go put an end to the matter. Now make could they anticipate. And this the second story got to do with today. Today now 15th January. And when I mean 15th January, today na special day. They mark Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Our fallen heroes will actually die in the course of war. Right from when Nigeria, even before Nigeria, from that very moment when Nigeria don't do it, don't they exist? We don't die in the course of war till date. Today, they celebrate now. Will they remember now? Will they remember all the at least the souls we don't lose? At least our gallant soldier people we don't die in the course of ensuring say they protect Nigeria, they protect the territory of Nigeria and ensure at least Nigeria day in one. I will say may God continue to at least grant now better rest when our day. But then beyond just that, make we also at least relate this particular matter with the present situation. When I mean the present situation, we don't also see a lot of at least armies die in the course of insurgencies and all that. But then beyond just insurgencies and fighting for the cause of Nigeria, their welfare and other related matter will be still supposed to give them ginger. How far, how well over that one. And the third story we'll get to do with them. 7 governors from the northern region, we don't come out and talk, say, look, Oga President Buhari will give you thumbs up. Move ahead. Go ahead. Second term, we don't endorse you. Go do it. Go at least carry the flag of APC. Make you do it. Make you represent us. Or to say you don't do well enough to at least say yes, you deserve a second term. So at time, all the good work you don't do it in, when you don't start, you can't complete time. And these 7 governors get to do Ibrahim Gaidam will be Yobe State Governor, Abubakar Bello will be Taja State Governor, Yahaya Bello will be Kogi State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai will be Kaduna State Governor, Jibril Bindo will be Adamawa State Governor, and Simon Lalong will be Plateau State Governor. Now these 7 governors from the northern region, we at least now they don't come out and say, Oga President, we stay solidly behind you for second time. And the next story we'll get to give now get to do with El Zazaki. That is the leader of the Islamic movement of Nigeria. For some time now, at least we don't hear cases about El-Zakzaky. At least for those of them who actually know they up to date with what happened. There was this particular confrontation where happened between a movement and the army, and as a result of that, a lot of casualties happened, and there was a lot of things actually happened. We can eventually lead to the arrest of El-Zakzaky for toward the end of 2015, December to be precise, 2015. Until date, we don't hear people don't come out raise voice and say, El-Zakzaky, God don't make them grant and bill. Why we never say them? Why they never release them? And a lot of other related issues we concern them. Well, one of the latest rumors will come out recently talk say yes, we say in don't pay. But right now, at least we get the video actually. We go play the video for now in the course of the matter what they talk about them. Where El-Zakzaky himself come at least talk to press people. Press people say, look, he's held. They say no, I say in like so far. He appreciate the fact say Nigerians they put him for in prayers and the fact say yes, himself they well. But that one don't also mean say they try to crave or probably seek for medical health care. So that one got to do with El-Zakzaky and him speaking to the press. And finally, the last story we'll get for them get to do with our brothers and sisters we don't they return from Libya, and yesterday alone we recorded them at least about 1,490 Nigerians stranded Nigerians we actually returned from Libya, and at least we don't the fact that we don't see them return. That good news at least the pressure and the kind part death and the kind news they hear from Libya at least not be something we say we suppose they treat our belly, but the fact that we don't see our government take appropriate action to make sure that these people return at least a good thing. But then after this, what then becomes their fate? Which kind of action the government go take to ensure say look, these people we don't just bring them home. Say okay, me na waka go, me na go na own without even probably doing some kind of appropriate things, if not to sensitize them, if not to talk to them, if not to perhaps in the various sense, okay, see this one or see this support or anything like that, and make we actually see where to go play out eventually. These are the 5 major stories we'll get from today, and then we'll go sink our teeth, sink our talk. Everything about us, we will sink them into this particular matter. I bear in mind, say, my name never see change, my name remains Unkub. And as usual, we'll get somebody who day our house, and this person, they knew. If you actually see her from a distance, even come close to her, you go, they see him as one very quiet person. Sometimes if they talk normally, you go see him as very person, you say they're very calm. Very, very calm. But the moment this person decides to open mouth to the quote constitution, now fire go they see from your mouth. Ooh. Who they talk about? They talk about barrister John and Nwoko Stephen, will be political analyst and also and lawyer as well. In the studio. Oga Barrister, you are welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Yes, Nkobi, I greet viewers at home. My people, I greet you now.
You don't see but that one introduction, no. You never talk. If you don't enter into this matter, now that different tone, and that different language, and that different argument, now you go see. You're welcome once again. And make we no waste time, make we enter this break. When we come back, we don't waste time. We just enter into these matters where we don't present to them. Make we know as we move these issues forward. Will they come? Yes, welcome back. The program remains AsEdeyHot. And without telling us if our viewers today watch us for Go TV channel 98 this thing, Start Times channel 195, My TV channel 17, Free to Air channel 57, and DSTV channel 259. That Obonga program with the sunshine out matters where they happen for Bodo Nigeria. AsEdeyHot now don't carry come now way. And terrible edition now will carry come, and then we don't give them 5 stories. Then we could quickly go through the stories so that for our viewers we just enjoy, we just enter. At least now we also feel know the angles where they talk, where they bring our matters from. We'll tell about at least the one we get to do it, Oga President meeting leaders from Benue State, and when I mean leaders, talk about senators and House of Rep members and traditional rulers, and to deliberate and talk about this herdsman matter where they happen for Bodo Nigeria, especially for Benue, so that they will feel they will collectively do it as they ensure say they find a lasting solution to that particular matter, and we also tell about arms, that is today being 15th of January, with the mark Arms Remembrance Day. Our fallen heroes, we don't die in the course of war. At least today we celebrate them. But beyond just the celebration, beyond just remembering them, how far and how well with their welfare. Talk about the people who even there for the system right now. I'll also tell about 7 governors from the northern region who don't come out and does Oga Presido for 2019 president. Say Oga Presido, carry go. We don't do it with the solidly behind you for you to do it, for you to move on and ensure that you present us for the presidency level for next year's election. I will also tell about El Zazaki. We don't, at least for a very long time, for the first time in a long while, don't speak with press people and also emphasize the fact that he is feeling fine. But then that one not mean say he will also crave and seek for medical care, saying they actually crave to seek for medical care, saying to appreciate the fact that Nigerians, they at least put up for in prayers and all that. And finally, we content about 1,490 Nigerians who don't come back from Libya just over this weekend. At least that also should say that consistent to ensure say we bring back our brothers and sisters where they in a country where they go through tough times, say at least they return to their country. These are the stories, and we also tell we'll get a bunga guests where they are house. Oga John, once again, you're welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Thank you.
Make we no waste time. The matter don't start, and the first story we'll actually talk about get to do with Benue, Herdsmen matter. I mean, the rising tension, the rising pressure we don't emanate from this particular don't make a lot of Nigerians they sink their teeth into this particular issue, and we don't also actually see reactions from governors and leaders on top of this matter. Saying make we find lasting solution to this issue. And just yes, over this weekend, another issue happened for Kaduna State, for Benue, from Buhari local government, where about 2 villages were attacked by the same alleged herdsmen. And in the process of that, about 10 people now inquired. With this particular move, they see, at least Oga Presido don't want to take, say, okay, let us meet with leaders from this particular region. Make we know as we will take collectively, ensure, say, we'll find the lasting solution. And following the fact, say, the IG of police, Oga Presido don't give them order, not too long, say, look, carry your leg, carry everything about you, go Benue. Go and ensure, say, Benue, they safe. With this particular move, where they come from our leaders, especially our president, we don't carry this on for head now. What thing to see, what thing that we could expect for us to ensure, say, we find a lasting solution to this particular issue?
Yes, my people, make I tell you the truth. Before we talk of a lasting solution, the first thing we should ask ourselves is, what thing happened? Okay. How did it happen? Okay. Then, what do we do to stop it? Okay. At the beginning, people talk, say, it was one-sided. And the people we are talking of the body odor, the body language of Mr. President. Now you see, it started the Agatu killing. It go down to Nimbo in Enugu State, trickles down to Ekiti, and all that. This were happening. Then Kaduna, then the southern Kaduna killing. This what has happened all the while. Kaduna killing, nothing, no reaction, there's no outcome. No, there was all this investigation, arrest this. Now, on the New Year Day, we were greeted with another havoc. I don't see these people as herdsmen. I do not see them as human beings. I see them as carnivorous. They are animals. Let us call a spade a spade. These will not be human beings at all. They are all animals. How you go wake up, kill your own fellow brother? You say you're a human being. It's a carnivorous animal that kills a person. Now, another question is, what will be the worth of life in Nigeria? The truth now is that Nigeria don't get any value for life. The only thing we see is that animal has more value than human being in this country. Where you wake up, kill your fellow brothers. Okay, the Kaduna killing, the southern Kaduna killing, then the recent one, verify the right to the president. What is all this? Begging the question. It is because they don't want to tell themselves the truth. Now the president is telling us that he wants to meet with the leaders. I tell you, this is over-pampered. Like Shenka said, these people have been over-pampered too much. Are they human beings? The people that kill their brothers, are they all human beings? If they are human beings, they also deserve death. Now look at it from this angle. Look at the so-called the PRO and the Secretary of Metiala. What is that they are saying? The most annoying thing that if I have my way is to get that person for a question. That like in Benue killing, they won the Governor Tom They warn him, which means as they warn him and he refused to hear, say then go take action. And they really take that action. And what was the action? In fact, they should be questioned to tell us more about the killings. Now the cardinal issue. These are the wanton killings that go on every day. And you never hear our president make a single statement. Rather, you hear justification, why you kill the animal, why you take the animal. What is the meaning of all this? Now, the next thing is that they are going to create a colony. From issue of ranches, they are talking of a colony. Colony on whose land? On whose business? Like some people were even arguing on Facebook and other social medias. Okay, the thing they say, my pig, I want to go and rear my pig in the north. Please, they should create a colony for my pig in the north, in the northern state. Why not the colony in the Sambisa forest that is more than 7 states in the north? Why not the colony there? In somebody's land, you want to create a colony. Now, the president, the only solution that he can see in all these issues, all these wanton killings, like if they are killing fowls, on the New Year Day, the Christmas Day 25th, there was an attack in Kaduna, and they won't kill people. Like fowls.
But on this particular matter, we know, say yes, things don't happen over time, and we don't see a lot of casualties. But for us not to dwell more on the past thing, in this case, what do they look for now? A way forward. Okay, if our president say, okay, this noise don't today disturb me for here. We need to move forward. We need to look for a lasting solution to this particular matter. Let me meet with leaders of the Benue state, and that's one of the top leaders of Benue state, where include traditional rulers, so at least they're very close to these communities. We also include the senators where they represent and where they represent these people. Waiting with that thing where we say that decisive action, that decisive move, that decisive decision taking, where we got to expect, make the president take right now. So that beyond just paying lip services, beyond just saying, okay, we will, we shall. Make we feel see an action taken from today's meeting, so that we're not going to see under the occurrence or under matter, and not just also restrict that to Benue. And then make me say that this shall be say, you go also feel spread across other affected areas of this state. What if that decision we go expect Oga Prezo make it take right now?
Oga Kobi, I diverse. I diverse seriously. I don't see anything coming out of this meeting. There is that meeting I thought from the beginning is dead on arrival.
Why talk so?
Yes, this is the reason. When they kill people for Agatu, Mr. President, he visited there. Okay. When they kill for Benue, he don't visit there. Don't forget, Yusuf Buhari gets Okada accident. They never even tell us how much they take by that Okada.
That will not be the matter. That will not be the matter.
I come.
Now Benue will be the issue.
I come. Okay. When that boy get accident, all governors visited. When they bury, you see how over 70 people. Oh, if you watch that Goro site, when they bury these people, who among them visited that place?
Then,
now, I
want to chip in one question.
Okay.
If they try to look, say, okay, I'm not talking, say, at least the president is trying to take an action right now. You understand? The government is trying to take action. Make also restrict to, okay, what has members of the same state, people who come from that same region, at least they get leaders where they read them. What have they done? Then get past governors, then get past military heads, then get different. What have they also done to ensure, so look, make we come together, put an end to this thing? Why would they allow it spill to this point?
Why I'm not talking of Benue only because it is all over. Now we are all shouting because it happened in Benue. When it happened in other states, so many people keep quiet. Me as a person, anywhere where it happened, I am concerned because Nigeria is my jurisdiction. Okay. It diverts me well. But when people know they even they talk, we're supposed to talk, no talk. When it happened to others, it be like say they prove when they talk my place. When they carry another person's dead body, be like saying for who they carry. Now when it happened to you, now you go wake up, you go begin shout, call everybody, maybe they can't help you. Now the question where would they beg here, where nobody won't answer is waiting the likes of Nnamdi Kanu do where they say military force to go pick only one person. Now killings or wanton killing don't they go on since Kaduna, Nasarawa, Jos, down all over even the north. Even Taraba up to today. Every time you hear Herdsmen attack, who is that Herdsmen? Are they faceless? Why not send the military force? Now you say police should go. You know, say police make them go for other places. So now you say make police go. As they hear say police, they come. They don't shoot police. They don't drop two for ground. Now police don't relocate. The IG don't relocate to that place. The first statement where IG here, the person will be say you call him as an arbiter. The first statement is say for Benue now communal crisis. What a nonsense. What What a nonsense. Such a person.
The barrister, take it easy.
No, sorry, Oga, but I must tell you, when you come here, you know, say, me at the boil. This is our jurisdiction. This is our country. We not get another one. But when they come, they do, like say, there some people are better than the other, then you begin to ask questions. When those things were happening, you not send the military force, the might of the military, to go and quench it. You now send the police, make them carry baton, go to face those who carry gun. Now they want to set up, they want to go for a meeting to reach. What do you do? What do you want to decide? What do you want to discuss?
But then, we could not dwell more on this particular matter. Waiting be that way you at least that if you want to talk to Oga Prezo, look Oga Prezo right now, tell us, Oga Prezo, take these actions to put an end to this thing.
What is good for the goose is also good for the ganders. When you send your military force to Southern Kaduna, send it to other part. When you send it to East, Operation Python Dance, send it to others, because by the time you finish wiping us, you remain only you alone. Now, why not bring all this the dialogue at the beginning? Let us dialogue. Now, you ask yourself, what causes all this? Is it because they are all my people? Because that is what people are insinuating. And you have given room for this, for people to begin to think, say, maybe because they overprotect them. Why not make it to be a policy that, why you go keep person? Why your animal? Because a revenge say your animal enter person. He say make you no come to my farm. Then
I understand. Now solution to this matter.
Now the solution is this. The solution is this. My brother, I tell you, if you send all these affected places, make him send military, make them go wipe those people out. Make them wipe out, close their mouth. Then we sit down again and come to a round table. Like you talk, the truth is that the ranches should be the best. But you cannot ranch. Not even colony. You can't ranch in my farm. Let individual go into ranching. Now, like say, okay, you have a ranch or you have a colony in the north. Let's say Sambisa is a colony. You come down to my state. Let's say I'm from Lagos now. I have private ranches. Then we have a negotiation. If either you be giving me milk or you give me a cow, I will give you, or you pay rent or you lease it out. And you'll be restricted, then they're going to feed them there. There are a lot of grasses everywhere. We go to import grasses from Brazil and every other place and give the animals. Because it's also part of agricultural produce.
Make we move straight to the next story. And then this next story we'll get to, at least we'll talk about, get to do with them. And at least today will be January 15th.
This is a program, no get time, Oga. They vest me.
I understand. Well, with the mark Armed Forces Remembrance Day today, and over time we don't get fallen heroes. People who don't commit, who don't dedicate their life, especially our military, solid gallant military people, who don't commit their life in the course of ensuring, say, Nigeria the main one, in the course of ensuring, say, they protect Nigeria. And today marks their celebration. This celebration, it is an annual thing. Where say every year we go remember them. But then look at beyond just celebration. We don't see a couple of things play out. We don't see a lot of questions emerging from, okay, how much of, beyond just celebrating that means, how much of their welfare, how much of their, we taking care of them, how much has the government been able to do to ensure, say, at least, okay, I dey go die, or perhaps I dey go fight for my country, but I never really know the kind forces who are going to meet there. I never really know the kind of problem I go face. I feel die in the course of that. I get family for house. I got wife. I got children. At least ensuring say welfare of these people, they guaranteed. Waiting you go also into at least if you go also into look at the government on their own part, have they been able to at least say for their own judgments consciously say yes that we have been able to do well enough, or perhaps that we need to do more. What is that major step the government also need to take to ensure say at least these people, they encourage them so that at least people go they feel look say yes, I am dying for a particular cause.
Yes, the people's yearning. The people's yearning as regards to the military and their remembrance, especially the 15th January 2018, which has always been a ritual.
Yes,
all the years, the year come, year go. January come, we celebrate and go. I really like the angle you are looking at it. This is what is important. Say, person come, just like Jesus come on in this world, say, I won't die for my people. That is how the armies, the military forces, anyway, the military came, they dedicate their life, say they want to die for their country, to protect their country. Now, the first question you should ask, because for me, if I die for your cause and you won't celebrate me in death, I go wake up, kill you, go back. Now, the truth. Because their welfare must be very, very paramount. You go take care of their welfare first. Now, you provide health, medical services, you provide shelter, provide all they need. Know that they have given up. They don't have enough. And that is what is also causing corruption. Because you first of all take care of their welfare. their wife, their children, make sure they attend better school. Make sure you care for them, all they need. Before even, because the war can happen at any time, both external and internal aggression, and they will die. And that is what they have signed. Not when they die self, you will even be talking of celebrating them. What are you celebrating? The dead body in the grave that has rotten? The bone that has rotten? The one that you don't know where he dey, whether he dey with Papa God or he dey where? Now you dey celebrate. Or, okay, his welfare when he dey alive. And even in death, you'll be sure that he has secured future. Those things waiting for do for his children or his wife or his family, say the government they there to do them for them. But if all this are nothing, like I get to airport, you see people, old women and all that, begging for arms. It is rubbish. Begging for arms to celebrate. And what are you celebrating? Go to Eagle Square or one square or the other. Go there, go gather together, beat drum, shoot gun, hey, and you end it. That is all about celebration. What have you put in place? On that regard, government has failed. It's a war, they fail woefully, and it is too bad. Now, for us to get it right, we must start now. Because today, if we start today, we start earlier. We start now making sure that not only the armed forces, but the police, all the military and the paramilitary, that their welfare is being taken care of. Because for every individual, in every human relationship, the welfare, the best way you see, now human being, they take the work. Yes. You don't take stick the work. This is not robot. Yes. For every individual, anybody where you take care of, you are sure that he has tomorrow, better tomorrow. Yes. We give you his best. And the Nigerian police are good if you come to that. But when they are not well taken care of or well trained, of course, you get the opposite is what you will get. You don't expect to get better. Because that person, first of all, will look at how do I secure my future? How do I go there? Instead of protecting the people, make I go loot. Where you hear, say people go for the ID camp, go the loot waiting. You want to get what you can get. People will go there to, let me enjoy this life. People want to rape. People, the armies want to do all sorts of funny things because they are sure there's no tomorrow for them. They can die anytime. The next thing they go tell you, say, man die go, man no roti, man no, you know, there's no future for them, and it is too bad.
Well, you don't actually, in fact, now even talk say the question only, you don't even sum them up, even can suggest the best way the government will fit at least take on this. We will also open our phone lines very soon, so at least our viewers go also fit get themselves involved for this particular contribution. Make we hear on our own angle, so at least we will not say yes, this matter, it is not just about us, it is about everybody. We will fit talk and well. Moving forward. Make we look, you are a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're a lawyer. And, well, the issue of El Zazaki will be the leader of the Islamic movement of Nigeria. Now, something we say he spark a lot of reactions and make it spark up reactions and this and about them. Quickly, make we actually get your own point. We don't see, we see a lot of things we play out in the course of this particular matter when they catch them and when courts say, okay, release this man, free him, and all that. Okay, you as a lawyer, how you also fit relate the actions of the government as against the decision taken by the court to say, okay, release this man and not release him. At least the fact that we don't hear and talk now, don't show say yes, he's still in the custody of these people. And though he's in the claim, say in the talk, say he know well, and he need to seek for medical care. We think that also part of the angle you go look, say, okay, as against the policies and the law with the guide us, as against court judgment, why would a particular government violate such policies? Because I'm deliberately taking us back to this particular issue.
Honestly, make I know even go back to what happened in Ezazaki said with Brutai and all that and his members. Our Constitution, Chapter 4, makes a room for us to associate with anybody, to form any association. Once that association is not against the government or against the people, once that association they lawful, you are free to associate. And that was what happened. And all the other stories about how Brutai and all that was blocked and all that. The next thing they arrested him and kept him in detention since DSS kept him since 2015 till now. Court can't make pronunciation. And we have separation of power. The three arms of government, we have the executive, we have the judiciary, and we also have the executive, the executive, the judiciary, and the legislatures. Okay. And the executive have carried out their own action. Now the judiciary say no, because this is what is called checks and balances. And that must work hand in hand to get a due process. Say no, this action is no good. Release this man, he has a right. Chapter 4 has granted him right of freedom, right of association, right of movement. You confine him. in a place and court has not pronounced him guilty of any offense. Okay. Court did not say keep him in the custody of so place. Then the DSS kept him till date. Now they refused to release him. What is that? Now I was part of the people who really back and encourage people and also campaign for the Buhari government. But the next thing I get now is disappointment. I must be frank. I'm really disappointed because if not, the Buhari-led government don't supposed to keep that man past today. Because they have given him...
We'll continue this particular matter, but then make we do it, make we quickly go this break. When we go this break, come back, we'll go open our phone lines and we'll also further look into this particular issue. Then also look at other issues we'll also get for now today. And make we quickly go with the come. Yes, and welcome back. The program remains AsEdeyHot, and at the Tiaroba edition, I will carry coming our way. Well, with the sunshine, all the issues we will get from now. That is, don't gather from Friday, where we close our shop, reach today will be Monday, and then at least we don't tend to say we'll get 5 solid issues for now. We don't actually even review and look at. First thing we will tell and get to do with at least the Oga President will go meet with leaders from Benue State to discuss this issue of Herdsmen. We'll also tell and say today being 15th of January, today marks Arms Remembrance Day. Our fallen heroes, how well, how good for the ones who are alive right now. I'll also tell them about El Zazaki matter, of course, what they talk about right now. The activities and the process would actually play out within this particular individual. I'll also tell them about 7 APC northern leaders. We don't come and talk, say, Oga Buhari, President Buhari, in fact, will they give you thumbs up, carry go, 2019, call the presenters. And finally, we'll also tell them about federal government, we don't actually evacuate, we don't bring back 1,490 Nigerians from Libya just over this weekend. And these are the stories, and we'll see they go further into them. We'll also open our phone lines very soon. So at me, go actually, our phone lines are very open right now. Me now also calling, make we hear our own contribution. Me now we'll see the angle when I will also bring this matters from. So I'll go collectively know as we will take the waiting. Then sure say this matter will they discuss them the way we're supposed to discuss them. Okay, see for dwelling further on this particular El Zazaki matter. We know say yes, court rulings play out. Say release this man out of maybe say no commit anything. But then we also see it's a government to be saying no, we will not release him. Make we can't weigh these two things. Probably weigh on the angle of the government. If the reason for the government holding this particular El Zazaki, holding him back, now because of saying, okay, releasing him might probably incite some form of violence, or might probably instigate something where we say, we don't they bottled up over this period of time where things play out for that with him and in family and them followers we buy. You know, also to say maybe because of that, the government is also trying to play safe based on security issues about the country in a way. My brother, there's no security issues. I want to tell that the government get all necessary apparatus and all the forces to suppress any aggression. But the truth be say, if that man is found guilty or has committed any offense, the next thing, call him, invite him, just the way you did. Go to court, let the court pronounce him guilty, then you keep him where he belongs, and that's all. But if he has not found anything against him, why are you holding him? Why are you keeping him? There's no reason why you should keep him. Make also hear from Henry. Henry, they call us from Lagos. Good morning, Henry. Welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Hello, I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, will they hear you, Henry? Speak up, will they hear you? What is
happening in Benue State? Honestly, Mr. President is not taking the problem of the Herdsmen as very seriously. Because if you can check what happened in Numan was that the Pachamas really dealt with the Fulani, and the Vice President came, even the Chief of Army Staff came to Numan. But what is happening now in Benue State is that the Fulani are massacred. They are killing indigenous of Benue State. And the presidency, they are not doing anything. All he can do is to send the Inspector General of Police. Why not the Vice President didn't visit there? Why is it that the Chief of Army Staff did not visit there? He's not sending police.
But Henry,
he's not fighting this thing with all.
Henry, may I ask you this quick question? Oga President will meet with strong men. That one I mean strong men, leaders from Benue State today. Waiting be that thing where you go also need to at least expect from them. So at least for Oga President to meet with them, make them know what thing they talk about, make them fit at least address the matter keenly, so I will not go fit see subsequent problem emerge from this. Anyway, I believe say that one will be like a take-home assignment. We got somebody else with their telephone line right now. Good morning, welcome to AsEdeyHot. Magnus, good morning. Magnus, you there? Hello, Magnus. Bless you, don't lose them. That kind. Our phone line still very much open. Men are still they call in and contribute for either of the stories where we get for that. So, Barrister, you were saying, I can't ask you were saying something about the security strength of the country, but then in as much as we don't see security strength, we could probably see a lot of other related cases where we say they release, we they see uprising. You know, also that sense here. Once again, I still with the other question. It should not be that same fear they try avert. It is not true. Make I tell you, if there is a fear like that, why they no release them from the beginning? Why they can't allow them? Can't they postpone the evil day? As they are keeping it, the more. Okay, did this stop people from protesting? The people have been protesting till date, until the last one where we just hear last week, where they protest, police, they disperse them and all that. People were also tear gas and all those maltreatment. Now, the rumor of his death. Because of the rumor of the death, they quickly go arrange for him to come talk to the people. Arrange for him, say, that, and don't forget, waiting in talk for press, say, this is the first time where they allow him to meet with his own doctor. So, there have been rumors of his sickness. Who has been training him? Who has been attending to his health since all this while? Did they have a trained and web physician that has been attending instead of his own personal physician? Now, why keeping him till this moment? Even till today, why still keeping him? From 2015, if he has any offense, why they not take him to court? Make the court to pronounce him guilty, then they put him in prison. We'll get on that person with our telephone line. Good morning, welcome to AsEdeyHot. Oga Chukwudi. Long time, Happy New Year.
I wish you the same. How are they, my people?
We did fine.
Yeah. Barrister, thank you very much.
We did hear you.
Yeah. Barrister, you have really done a good job. God bless you.
Thank you.
You see, let me make two important points. Number one, you see, let me use this analogy. If you are given a food to cook for a blind man, if you are given a food to cook for a blind man, you have two assignments. One, you should be talking when you are cooking the food, or you will be singing. The reason is that if you're not talking, there is a presumption that you are eating the food of the blind man because he's not seeing you. So the only thing you can do is to talk or you sing as you are cooking the food. You see, this president has an assignment for this country. He should be talking, and when he is not talking, there is presumption for us to begin to feel the way we are feeling now. That is number one. Number two, these governors will endorse our organ for second term. My dear brother, why they no go tell president, make it force, fix this country, put our refineries to work, fix our dollar, fix our security, fix our job employment. I think these are the things that should be uppermost in their thinking, my dear brother. God bless you.
Oga Chukwudi, thank you very, very much for that solid contribution. And from there, we could collect this other call. Good morning, welcome to AsEdeyHot. Nathaniel, good morning. Hello, Nathaniel, you there? Hello? If I say we don't lose them, that call. I beg. Nathaniel, if you still get time, I beg, still try call us and make we hear your own contribution on the matter where you could want probably talk about. Okay, okay, fine. Make we not actually dwell much on this. But right now, the good news we say yes, El-Zakzaky they in a good state of mind and destiny. But at least make we also. But then moving forward, make we also what will be that decisive action where you also need. What you go expect make the government take on this particular matter, so that make no just be say with the two stretch on El-Zakzaky matter, following the fact say we don't see court rulings, following the fact say people don't demand for his release, following the fact say a lot of things don't play out. At least with this particular proof say he's fine. What will be the next thing we would expect me government take to ensure that at least we settle this particular issue for once?
Anyway, the thing is this. Make they release El Zazaki. You don't do anything. If you do anything for 2 years, enough to carry on the investigation. Make
make we quickly probably do it. We'll play that video. Make we hear El Zazaki's reaction. Waiting in talk about his this and his health matter. I don't know whether we'll play that video once again. This one.
I had a mild stroke on, I think it was Friday, 5th of, was it 5th of January? Not yesterday, the other Friday.
Okay, but you're good now.
Yeah, well, after it was severe on me on Monday, but subsequently it started to subside. And for the first time, at least the security have allowed me to see my own doctors, having the after effect of the shock, what do I call it, this stroke. But I'm getting better. Okay. Thanks to all your prayers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I will get Oga Polycarp for our telephone line right now. Good morning, Oga Polycarp. Welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Good morning, Gobi.
Yeah, we'll greet you.
Good morning, Barrister.
You're greeting, sir.
What of Chukudi?
Chukudi, we had to send him on an assignment.
Okay. Yeah. From the video on the screen, I've seen that Zazaki is suffering from whiplash. And maybe they ran his neck in the cell where they kept him. And the knock is unfair. He deserves freedom like this, given Malaya. Because the snakes are producing Malaya because they are not finding guilty. The something should be applicable to Zazaki. I'm not a supporter of him anyway, but he has own rights, as far as Nigeria is concerned. Then going to the issue of the governor's wire, those sacrifices are going to the president to advise for him to stay forever. They are not even sure of what they can give to the people. So they are doing it on the president's back. So when the president goes back, we see that he has to come back as well. So they should start to work on improving the democracy for the people, so that they can able tell them with that and maybe vote in that. Not right now, not president back. The Nigerians hold it for Libya. People should stop along the roads. And then they had more than 10 in the bush. Many of the people sold the things they have, shops, cars, everything they have, and went to Libya and only find themselves as places there. Others, whatever Nigeria should do, life from the business is what is happening to this for now. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you very, very much, Oga Polycarp, for that contribution where you don't drop down. And straight up, finally, your last talk on this particular matter, you were actually saying something.
Yes, I was trying to say that the truth is that El Zazaki has not done anything wrong. Like the last caller said, I am not his disciple or his supporter. I have no issue with him. But for the fact that there is not a way to say you go hold pin and that, say this is what he don't do. For 2 years, if you have any evidence against him, if I don't bring him to court, under 1 month or because of the new 2015 criminal administration of criminal justice, the man will be found guilty and sent to jail. And he will be there for all we care. But for 2 years, what if you offense no reach 2 years jail term? But you don't keep him for 2 years. Who pays for the rest? So release and make the man get in freedom. Obviously, like the last scholar said, the guy no day well. If they sick, leave and make him go. Then there is a way to curtail their excesses. You have all the machineries, all the apparatus to curtail their excesses. If there is anything like that,
make we no waste time. Make we actually go straight to our next story because I go on make we actually touch on this one as well. But then we'll get somebody there at telephone line. Good morning. Welcome to AsEdeyHot. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we hear you. Talk to us.
Okay, I want to contribute to what they are discussing.
Okay, right on. We hear.
Okay.
I beg your telephone and your TV there on. I beg, bring the volume down, I beg.
Okay, let me go outside.
Okay, better. Thank you.
So what I want to contribute is the issue of this herdsmen.
Okay.
You know the president is a Fulani man.
Okay.
The herdsmen, they are Fulanis. So what should be done? It's not just sending IG or sending this to Benue or this or that. Now, when they are going to attack, nobody to prevent them. But when the people now are coming out to defend themselves, then these same people who are coming to defend themselves, they are being apprehended. They begin to arrest and detain them. It is not proper. The best thing is to stop the attack, not to arrest those who are coming to defend themselves. That is one. There are two. He is a Fulani man. The herdsmen are Fulani. So he can do everything to protect the interests of his people. That is one other area. People coming from Libya, they should rehabilitate them. They should get something for them to be doing. You cannot go bring them and dump them and leave them. That's another thing. There's the Zaki invitation. If he has done anything, if he has committed anything, let him be tried. And if he cannot be tried, then he has not done anything. He should be released to go. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Oga Lawrence, for your solid contribution. We'll get somebody else with our telephone line. Good morning. Welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Good morning.
Yeah. Oga Chima. Good morning.
Good morning.
We greet you.
See, what I want to contribute there is that it's quite clear that our president don't want to do anything. That meeting, where they won't go, I don't think whether that meeting get meaning.
Why you talk so? Oga Chima, why you talk so now? That solution will they find though?
That is why I say I don't think whether it get meaning, because the time when these people, they kill Benue people, our president never say anything. And not only to say something, those cows where these people carry their patrol, what makes them the kill people. I think that personal cows, let me say the government cows that. You understand? So the only thing I want to put is that our president no need to say engage meeting. He's supposed to just make an announcement, say, make all those people who get their car, make them carry their car, go to their own cloth. And this.
Oga Chiman, thank you very, very much. We don't get your contribution on that, but then what would they expect at least? Make we see a particular decision taken. We could actually do it in lead to the stop killings of all these people where they die innocently as a result of herdsmen issues. Barrister, make we no waste time. Make we also dwell on this particular issue. This is another interesting one I go also want me to talk about. 7 northern APC governors don't come and say, look, Oga President Buhari, we go support you. We want make you contest for 2019 election. And these governors, as I said earlier, are governors of Niger State, Yobe, Kogi, Kano, Kaduna, Adamawa, and Plateau. Okay. Following these action taken by these governors for Oga President to say this thing, you think say now waiting we suppose probably they dwell on this, there are still a lot of things to be addressed rather than coming out or perhaps coming out to say, okay, let us start making more, start campaigning for somebody.
My brother, make I ask a question. Can you point at one of the agendas or the political promises or the campaign promises where APC make? Tell me one way they don't fulfill.
Insecurity matter.
God bless you. That Boko insecurity, Haram. No. My brother, insecurity no be only Boko Haram. Insecurity when you cannot sleep with your eye closed. When armed robbers, when they bring people, they no get future. The next thing you train future armed robbers. When herdsmen are there, can you say you have solved insecurity? Is it in economy? What? Tell me, what development? Haven't we retrogressed from where we were coming from? We have retrogressed back. No. The thing where we go begin to look at is, have they achieved anything for 7 governors, northern governors, to give? I look at these people as political bootlickers. These are the people who want to be in the good book, because obviously, like INEC has released the electoral guideline, and they say that they go do a president first. You see, you can imagine that. It is a political a kind of trying to maneuver. And by the time they first of all install, let me use the word install, because there will be no election, except we ourselves decide to use our card very well and watch our vote. By the time they install the president, obviously, it is obvious that the rest of the governors where they support now go come in for their second or they are even probably appendage of a 3rd term. Because by the time they bring their stooge, it's more of a 3rd term. That is what they are looking for. So they are not interested about the people. Especially, look at Yobe, where you have all these killings everywhere. Look at the Jos, the recent one. They are not even talking of how to bring development to your people. Now they have to support the president in 2019, and it's still very early. This is 2018, where we say we should be rounding up with our developmental projects. We are talking of 2019. Now, don't forget, another person that disappointed me most is the likes of El Rufai. I tell you, in 2008, The Senate bar after his or whatever he did in the Abuja as a minister, they bar him from holding any political post. But the likes of Bamidele Atro went to court, and today he's enjoying that. They let Bamidele Atro.
Barrister, we could not waste time on it because at least we thank God say you come. We don't talk well on the issues we actually table that. And because I say we no got time, I wish we just say we could just deliberately extend this time. We could talk this better they go. But because of time no day, and another program is going to also need to come in. And then at least now I guess with that barrister, barrister John Nwoko Stevens, political analyst and also a lawyer. And I will also thank him. At least thank you once again for coming. And tomorrow we'll come again with another interesting edition. Another interesting edition of our Bunga program, AsEdeyHot. From me, bye. But before I go, may I also tell them, make now go collect a voter's card. If you never collect, go collect. So I go fit take your own thumbprint, at least take the fight and decide the future of Nigeria in 2019. My own no pass like that. Now bye.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.